Hey y'all, I'm back with another conversation. This one was with a good friend of mine, Ricarie Howard. He goes to UC. He was a former football player at Finley, and he kind of talks about the experience of being a D2 student athlete. Everybody always hears about being D1. Everybody always wants to go D1. So I said, let's talk to somebody that went D2. He's a great friend of mine. He's a great person. At the end of the video, he will be showcasing or telling you guys a little bit about what he's up to now in starting his own brand. Make sure if you listen to this that you tune into his Implacable page, which will be his clothing brand. Yeah, he'd really appreciate it. He's coming out with some dope stuff. Hopefully we'll have him back on the show. I actually plugged in my mic this time, so hopefully it's a bit more bearable. Anyway, yeah, may the rest of your day be the best of your day. Sit back, enjoy. Maybe you're listening to this while doing work, but anyway, have a great day. I love y'all for listening. Stay true. So, welcome, guys. Where you're listening to The Vert, and I'm sitting here with a good friend, longtime friend of mine, Ricarie Howard.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Now, Ricarie used to play football. I don't know if you guys knew that. Probably not. He played at Finley. Was it Finley? Yeah, it was
University
Finley.
of Finley, about a Bowling Green, Toledo area.
Now, I've been having sit downs with a lot of college athletes and former college athletes, wanting them to kind of just tell me their story. And obviously, everybody knows about the D1 life. They don't know about how hard it is everywhere else.
Man,
So, can you kind of walk us through what you dealt with at Finley in comparison to a lot of D1 football players?
okay. So, first off, I want to say, anything that I say here, not to diminish the University of Finley or, to speak bad on those who made it D1 because, making it D1, that's a big deal. And, them dudes guys and girls deserve everything, the treatment that they get. So I just want to put that
Mm-hmm.
on the record. I'm not hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Telling the truth, keeping it 100. But at Finley, like most Division II or, D3, even JUCO schools, not many of them have those D1 luxuries. Some of them like Fair States or like some of the bigger schools probably get the closest to that treatment, but even those historic schools like that don't even get the same treatment that D1
Right, right.
schools get. But so first, I guess I'll start off with like just the equipment. From the equipment standpoint, we come into training camp, we got two shirts, two pairs of shorts, pair of
With
cleats,
laundry a bunch of times.
a pair of cleats, and one pair of socks. That's
All
it.
right.
That's what we came into
One
training
pair
camp
of
with.
socks.
Oh, hey, one pair of socks. That's all we got. That's what we came into
I
training
know
camp
those were
with.
smelling bad by the end of the week.
No, hey, now we washed them. We got our stuff washed every day. We still had that benefit. They didn't do us that bad.
Uh-huh.
We got our stuff
Uh-huh.
washed every day. But we always had to wear. So like, if you was a freshman coming in freshman year, we always had to wear the gear they gave us to weightlifting. And, even some people that wear it to practice. So you washing those clothes or you getting those clothes washed back to back. The way that you accumulate gear at the Division II level or lower, the longer you stay, man. The longer you stay, you get new gear. You get the same set every season. You'll probably end up leaving. You're gonna leave with at least 10 pieces,
Right,
10 pieces
right.
of gear by the time it's over with. But at Division I, those guys are getting, free Nike gloves, all the
Everything.
boots, and the arm sleeves, headbands. Didn't have any of that at Finley, so that kind of tells you
So
where it is there.
what was it like? Really, what was kind of the backstory of how you ended up at Finley out of any other college to play football at? Because there was a couple other colleges that were interested in having you come play football there. So what was it about Finley that kind of piqued your interest?
So I'm gonna be honest. I never lie about it. I fell into the biggest school. Best offer, go with it instead of actually testing the waters out and
Mm-hmm.
seeing, what other schools there were, and maybe I actually would have liked some of those schools if I actually would have went on the visit. So I picked the best school that offered me, and
Mm-hmm.
I like the coaches. Coach Repos recruited me. Loved Coach Repos. His energy was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So was always love there with Finley, but you know, once I got there, it was different than what I expected, and you
Right.
know, I did end up leaving.
Hmm.
Sometimes I do regret it, but you know, it is what it is. You just got to go on with life, and
Right, right.
you know,
Can
do it.
you can you kind of walk us through that decision to leave after your second year at Finley? Because I mean, you put in a lot of time and effort to get to where you were at, and then to kind of make that ginormous pivot in your life for something that you've been doing since you were little to choose not to do it anymore.
Yeah, so basically, what really played into it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about leaving after I redshirted just because of how hard the whole thing was. Like, I never thought football could be that hard from a mental standpoint. You know, it was a totally different game. But
Hmm.
you know, I decided to give it another try after freshman year. I said a lot of people red shirt. It's okay to red shirt. So I just took that year as a learning year. You know, I got better
Hmm.
during that year, like a lot of stuff, learning the playbook. And, you know, we had Friday mornings. I usually came out on top of the Friday morning rankings. You know, I was putting in the work. Coach Wags, I
Hmm.
love Coach Wags. Coach Wags loves me because, you know, I was a guy who was going to come into the weight room. I wasn't skipping reps, you know, get it in. But my sophomore year, I played in a couple games. You know, I didn't play a lot. I probably played in like 5 games or so, and
Hmm.
it was fun just to get back out there and compete at that level.
Right.
And then after that season, you know, during winter workouts, I actually ended up tearing my pec. And
Hmm.
you know, as I was mentioning, I was already thinking about leaving before, like even during my sophomore season, just because like I didn't really play a lot. Like I played, but not as much as I wanted to. So it really
Hmm.
wasn't fun anymore for real. But
Yeah.
you know, get to winter workouts, I tore my pec, and that's when it kind of became real. When I was like, oh yeah, this is my last
Hmm.
time. Like after I tore my pec, one, that was the worst injury I ever had. You know, like I felt the whole thing. You feel me? Literally tear out. Felt the pop.
Gosh.
Literally ripped through the side of my chest. So you know that really kind of like set me back a lot. And even the coaches told me that like they were going to use the spring ball. I couldn't participate in the spring ball because my pec was still healing, and I didn't have to get
Hmm.
surgery. But since I didn't get surgery on it, the healing process is still, you know, still a long process. It's not something that's
Right.
going to heal overnight. So I never got to do any contact in spring ball. I didn't get to play in the spring game. And you know, when I talked to the coaches and when they asked them, you know, trying to get some more money, you know, they told me that that spring period was when I was going to get evaluated for, you know, the money. And after that, I just decided that it was best
It
that,
wasn't
you know,
worth it.
I do me go get my degree somewhere else. Without
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot of stress being a student athlete too, and that's
Right.
at any level. Like it's no harder Division 1, Division 2, 3, JUCO. You know,
Right.
JUCO is hard. I ain't gonna lie, that's a different struggle.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was just time for me to go.
So, what is one thing that, if you could go back and tell your younger self going into the whole recruiting process, the whole committing process, and then your 2 years at Finley, what would you tell yourself? Would you tell yourself to stay? Would you tell yourself to find a way to make it work, or would you do anything different?
Uh, I'm not even gonna say I would do anything different. So I'm gonna just stick with the what would I tell myself? I guess honestly, I would tell myself to get into the film. If I would have
Hmm.
actually, I was a film geek in high school, man. I love watching film. Like, but once I
Hmm.
got to college, you know, especially not playing the red shirt, like I felt like I just developed or I dropped into that mindset that you know film was an important when I could have been watching film on individuals, you know, during individuals on my footsteps,
Hmm.
you know, putting in more work, going to the coaches, asking them what can I do, how can I get better, staying at the field longer. That's what I would tell
Hmm.
myself for real because you know I did. I honestly felt like if I got to play in that spring, during that spring period, my sophomore year, and I did, or the end of my sophomore year going into my junior year, and I didn't tear my pec, I think I actually would have been, a player that saw the field a lot that next season because,
Right.
just sitting there watching on the sidelines, I'm just calling out, plays. I'm helping I'm to the point where I can help out the young dudes, they're asking me
Right.
questions, tell them what's going on, and I actually know what I'm talking about. So, like I said, just getting into the playbook more and talking to coaches,
Mm-hmm.
doing everything I can to get better. I think that's what I
What
really
was that? What was that shift like from high school Dayton Christian football to Finley football?
crucial, man. You playing with, this dudes on that team that played on amazing teams was playing against, the best teams in their cities. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple dudes from Detroit who played against Mike Weber. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So we went against legit dudes, even though they had a D2 team. Like it's still
Mm-hmm.
legit players in D2. We had Jason Moore play for the Chargers right now. Andrew Dickinson
Right.
plays for the Arizona Cardinals. We got
Right.
players in the league already. But it was a big transition. I wasn't ready for it at all. Competition level was crazy. I remember like one of the first coming in, one of the first teams we had. I was playing linebacker, and I got pancaked first
Got
quarantine.
flattened.
Yeah, but after that, I ain't let that happen again because it's like I
Are you
wasn't.
sure about that?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It happened in the game. I that dude called me lacking though, but that was different.
It's probably because you weren't watching the film.
Nah, hey, for real. If I was into the film, I wouldn't have been running around crazy.
So when at Finley, kind of what was that daily schedule like for I mean, not like you're getting heavily incentivized aside from, partial scholarships, and some are on bigger scholarships than others, but like what was that daily time commitment like?
So during the season, I ain't gonna lie, my time frames might be a little messed up just because I've been out of it for a little minute. You feel me? So I'm kind of slipping my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to get a best timeline though. Basically, on a Sunday during the season, on a Sunday, we'll get that time in the beginning, probably like till 12.
Mm-hmm.
We eat breakfast and stuff. Get up and eat breakfast till like 11. At 12 o'clock, we doing football from 12 o'clock to 10 at night. All of that consists of on a Sunday, film. Get a lift in, film again, or get a lift in, go to the pool. Watch film again. We there from like
That sounds
12.
boring.
Hated Sundays. Sundays was terrible. Oh my God. And then during the week on Mondays during the season, we have AGP, academic game plan. We have to go to our coach, get our grades checked by a certain time. Then we have practice, or we have film, go to practice. And then you got to get a lift in. You got to at least get one lift in every day, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you get that done, I believe like the cutoff was like 2 o'clock. It's the last time because we had practice at 3 or something. But you got to get a lift before 2 every day, and then so basically all that stuff stay the same all the way up until game day on a Saturday. Saturday. I'm trying to see what we do. It depends on if it was away or home. But at an away game, we'd leave, depending on how far it is. We'd go there, leave, usually go to have dinner at the hotel, go to a meeting, go to sleep, wake up, go to breakfast, go to a meeting. It's game time, after the
What
game.
was game time like?
It was lit, man. It's definitely it's an experience, but even though like it's another thing. So talking about the D1 versus D2, that I wanted to speak on was facilities. Like a lot of D2 schools do got their own facilities and
Mm-hmm.
in terms of fields, they own field and things like that, like on campus. But at Finley, like some D2s, D3s, and probably some JUCOs or something. we played on the high school field, Finley High School field. And I don't even think it was the high school field for real. I think it was, I don't think it was the high school field. I don't know. But we had to drive. We had to drive to the game field if it was a home game. We didn't
You had
get
to
bused.
drive to your own home field.
Didn't get bused there for practices. For practices, we had to drive to the practice field. It wasn't on campus. It was only like 3 minutes away though, but still, like we had to drive to practice. And then that's another thing that like led to at the D2 level, like depending on the school, you might not see that love from your school because with us not having a football field on campus, it took away from our fans. Our fans was a lot of townies. It wasn't actually people from
the school.
University of Finley. It was just the towns who don't got nothing to do on a Saturday, so they come to Finley football team. You feel me? The townies, the townies was turned. They definitely they love Finley football for sure. But yeah, that's just some of the downfalls, or not downfalls, but like the stuff with D2.
What type of atmosphere could you expect? Did you guys have a student section, or what, would it be barely filled? Anything?
We had not a student section. Students really rarely came to the games,
because basketball is big at Finley, right?
They love basketball, deservingly so. Shout out to the basketball team. They always they've been putting on.
So kind of what went into, you touched on a bit earlier, but what was going on behind the scenes when after you tore your pec? What were kind of like those feelings when you knew that your time there at Finley was coming to a close? Because you graduate high school as an athlete with an offer from Finley, and you believe you're going to be there for all 4 years, and it's kind of like what you planned out. It's your childhood dream to play college football, but to have that end, what were sort of your feelings there?
I mean, sure. Honestly, man, like with me, I'm a real straightforward dude. Like, you feel me? Nothing. I'm calm, cool, calm, and collected for real. Like nothing really tears me down. I'm not gonna it really didn't even tear me down for real. Like I was really ready to go. Like I was ready to slide. I was tired of doing the workouts. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I miss for real, like I miss football sometimes, but like nothing crazy. Only thing I miss is the dudes for real. Like them really my brothers. We've been through a lot. We spent a lot of time together.
Right.
Hey, you feel me? Like
right.
Hours on end. So I got a lot of brothers. I met a lot of brothers through that. Dudes, I'm gonna invite to my wedding. Like, you feel me? And that's what I miss the most. Like, my last year, I lived in a house with it was me, Marlon, KJ, D Lynch, Kate, Jack, Drew, and her, Terrence, my dude Terrence. We all stayed in the house in D Lynch. That was my roommate. You feel me? That's my brother, man. I love D Lynch.
Right.
And that during that time, like even having him there kind of made it easy because like we was dang near like the same type of dudes for real. Like we understood each other's space and we respected that. But D Lynch a funny dude, so he kind of was able to keep everybody in the house, man. I got love for all of them dudes in Ricarie Howard, man. Like we made the best of that time there. It was a fun time, like, and that's what I miss for real. Just that coming home every night, my dudes in the crib, we staying up all types of times at night. You know what I'm saying? Like we really made a lot of memories there, and made a lot of memories at Finley, like the trips, the weekend trips. You feel me? Like BG, Bowling Green, all of that. So yeah, that's all I miss for real. I don't really
not really much of the football, but more of just the friendship that football brought.
Yeah, for sure. Because like just me personally, like I knew I'm gonna get it regardless, whether it was through football or just through regular life. Like I wasn't really, that wasn't my I realized once I got to Finley my freshman year that I wasn't going to the league. Like you feel me? That wasn't my way out. Like I've been through that, so I was gonna have to get it this way regardless.
A different way, yeah.
Yeah, that was just an incentive. So I wasn't even tripping for real. Like I said, you feel me? I miss it sometimes. Like you just miss football is amazing. I love football, but you feel me? Like end of the day, it was gonna come to an end. Come to an
At
end.
one point or another.
So
Yeah.
just whatever, man.
So what? I mean, when you think of obviously your college career, are you ever disappointed in what it came out to, or is it just like kind of just like another one of those things that happened in life? I mean, you go from being like the main guy to then kind of struggling for playing time. Your first year you can actually play after a red shirt, and then an injury. I mean, that'd be tough to deal with for me because I mean, I'm like, in all honesty, I have pride issues, so I'd be frustrated with myself. And
Yeah.
so, do you ever find those moments?
It was hard, man. That like for real, it was that time was hard because
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I was used to being the best dude on the field. So transitioning to being, on the back end of the team and just trying to find my way for real, it was definitely different and messed up my mental. I ain't gonna lie. Like I had some hard times and times where I'm like, man, I don't even want to go to practice or I
Right.
dread going to practice because I ain't even want to go through, you feel me, all the coaches yelling and hearing what they got to say because, you feel me, I'm messing up. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, like, I kind of, from my fault, what I said in the beginning, I kind of brought it on myself. If I would have stayed
Right.
in my playbook or if I would have stayed after practice and put in the work, I wouldn't have to worry about the coaches, getting on me or, going out there and playing scared because I would have
Mm-hmm.
known what I was doing. Like, we literally ran the same offense. It shouldn't have been hard. We ran the same offense, same defense. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
once you finally get into that practice, you should be knowing what you're doing and absorbing all the learning from the mistakes that you made and stuff.
Right.
You're not watching that film or asking questions. You feel me? You're gonna be if you lost, you're gonna be out there lost forever till you ask questions.
Right. Right.
And so yeah, it was disappointing, but it all fell back on me. Like that was my fault that I didn't reach the
Right.
height that I could have. Like I feel like if I would have applied myself more, I definitely would have had a better career. But I didn't at the end of the day. So
Yeah. Do you have regret about it, or is it just like, like you learned from it and you just kind of moved on?
man, the only thing I regret not knowing. I learned a lot at Finley. Coach
Mm-hmm.
Red was one of the best coaches. He's the best coach I've ever had in my life. Like he's from his passion for the game of football to how he teach it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that man. If I had Coach Red, in high school, I feel like I would have went Division 1. Like
Right.
because off of what I knew and the things I learned. Like I didn't even like linebacker playing linebacker. You feel me? Like I didn't in high school. That wasn't my main position. Like, I didn't practice to be a linebacker. I was playing running back. Like that's what I care
Mm-hmm.
about. But I was able to actually understand that linebacker position mentally, you know what I'm saying, and physically pick up on the steps that he taught me because of how good he was. So I mean, it
Right.
ain't no regret for real. Like I
Yeah.
said, I live life with a it is what it is mindset. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, it is what it is. Instead of that,
You just got to keep it pushing.
yeah, for sure.
Do you have anything to plug? Anything that you're up to now in terms of stuff that you're creating or doing?
Man, look, y'all need to go tune into this Implacable Apparel. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dude Dono about to drop here soon. Really excited about this.
Yeah.
Really sitting down and trying to lock in on this for a little minute and finally being
Mm-hmm.
able to see a product come forth is gonna bring joy to my heart, man. Like
Yeah.
that's really gonna be something different that I actually finally did it after I've been talking about it. So I'm really excited about that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to make some more money moves, man. So just tune in on the come up. Let's say that.
And where can people follow you to hear more about this brand?
Oh yeah, so follow me at the one Ricarie. So that's at TheRicarie, the number one. That's on Twitter, Instagram. Not really on there right now for real, but
Yeah.
it took a little hiatus from the social media. But here on Instagram, We're gonna be creating that brand page for Implacable, and we're gonna be dropping that, getting that out there. So follow us. The at gonna be IMPLACABLE
Mm-hmm.
Arrow. Follow us there. Look forward to it. And,
All
I want
right.
to thank my brother Ian for
Yeah,
letting me on this podcast, man. Hey, I'm real proud of this dude. Like, I don't know if I really told you for real, bro, but I look up to you when it comes to this life stuff, man. You got your life in order right now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, it's been a great conversation. Thank you for carving out 20 minutes to talk to me, man.
Yep, yes, sir. Have a blessed one.
There you have it, guys. Another great conversation, another wonderful, 20 minutes spent with a former athlete, kind of hearing their story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is IAN_KAYJAY. And my Twitter is at IanENK. You can follow me there. And that's where you get a lot of, the articles that I write, the short stories that I write, and just get it a little bit in on my life if you guys want to be nosy. Nonetheless, I hope the rest of your day is the best of your day. And peace.